Hi, Reese. I'm Valentina Casaleño, and I'll be analyzing and talking about the article on the New York Times, What is Sadness? What is Depression? By Jennifer Finley Boylan. So, the main thesis what is this article called What is Sadness? What is Depression? The first one, I found two. The first one, depression can be a kind of blindness that blacks out everything but the worst. And sadness, on the other hand, is a natural and reasonable reaction to the miseries of the world. Some of them personal, some universal. She's what she's trying to do here is to create awareness about sadness and depression. Like, what's the difference between both of them? So the rhetorical situation. We have the audience, so she's trying to reach to every single person, so from young people to adults. Then we have the context, is right now, it's what's happening in the world. So she's trying to create awareness, and because at that time, 2018, when the article was released, there was a lot of this going on, like sadness and depression. Then the purpose, to teach and educate. So she's trying to create awareness and to teach what's the difference, or not, like get to notice the difference between sadness and depression. And I think that that's really important nowadays to know. So the rhetorical appeals. We have pathos, ethos, logos, and kairos. So I'll be explaining through the presentation each one of them. Pathos. So the article is mainly pathos. She talks about a lot of emotions: shame, guilt, sadness, also happiness, love, but mainly sadness. So I think that this article is based on emotions. Then we have ethos. Here she mentions three things. Kate Spade, a great designer. Then she talks about Anthony Bourdain, a food critic, a really good food critic. Both of them committed suicide. Then she talks about a book written by Peter Coviello, and about the music. So here she explains this, that gives a lot of credibility to the article. Then we have logos, the logic part. So here she mentions the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and how rapid the rate increased of suicide. So she talks about how suicide has increased on that time and nowadays too. Kairos. So the article was released in 2018. On that time, there was a lot of trouble with work, jobs, like people finding jobs. So that was a main problem back in that time. So probably that was the reason why she wrote this article, because of the suicide that was committed in that time. So the conclusion, what she's trying to do, like I said, is to people to know what's the difference between sadness and depression. Sadness is an emotion, and depression is a problem. It's considered a disease nowadays. So it's really good what she's trying to do with this article. And one more reminder, another thing that I want to say is that everyone has sometimes this feeling about feeling alone. Like sometimes people wants to be alone, but that people needs to know that they're not alone. There's always someone that cares about them and love them. So that's a message that I really want everyone to know, that they're not alone. Thank you, and I hope that you like my presentation.